Hello students, in the previous lecture I have explained you about simple harmonic motion. So what is simple harmonic motion? Just for revision you can see it is a to and fro oscillatory motion about a mean position which take place along a straight line. It is to and fro oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion always take place about some mean position on a straight line under the influence of a restoring force which is directly proportional to the magnitude of displacement of the particle from the mean position. It is clear? Means it is number 1, it is a to and fro oscillatory motion. Then number 2, it takes place along a straight line, and number 3, this motion takes place under the influence of a restoring force whose magnitude is directly proportional to the displacement of particle from the mean position, and it is always directed towards the mean position. That's why we write like this. It is clear? Force is directly proportional to negative of x. What is x? Suppose at any instant particle is here, then what will be its displacement? Displacement is always measured away from the mean position, so it will be x. Whether the particle is approaching towards the extreme position या particle mean position की ओर आ रहा हो, हर एक केस में डिस्प्लेसमेंट क्या होगा? x होगा. मीनिंग क्या है कि whether particle is going towards the extreme position or it is coming towards the mean position, what will be the displacement? Displacement will be this much, x. It is clear? It is always away from the mean position. And what will be the direction of this force? So this force will act in this direction. It is clear? Now one more thing you can see here, that the magnitude of force is directly proportional to the value of x. Means when the particle is at the mean position, there will be no restoring force. When it is at the extreme position, it experiences maximum force. So this is the SHM. Then I have given, if you see the motion of the bob of simple pendulum, so you will find that simple pendulum motion of the bob of simple pendulum, it is fulfilling all the conditions of SHM except one, that its motion do not take place along a straight line. Its motion takes place along a curved line, here on a curved arc. It is along a arc. Therefore, it cannot be SHM. But if you take the amplitude very small, then it will be, in that case, it will be SHM. Now see here, so I have given one example of SHM as a projection of UCM. So you know that UCM is what? Uniform circular motion. If a particle is moving on a circular path with a constant speed, its motion is said to be UCM. Whether it is a simple harmonic motion? No, it is not a simple harmonic motion. It is clear? Because it is not along a straight line. It is not a to and fro motion. It is not under a restoring force. Though in the uniform circular motion, particle is experiencing a centripetal force, but that is not a restoring force. That is not the force like this. It is clear? The magnitude of that force remain constant, while here this force is varying in nature. इसका magnitude vary कर रहा है. So see here, if we see that when the particle at the different positions, then from the different positions of the particle, if we draw the perpendicular on this diameter, which is along y-axis, then foot of that perpendicular will execute SHM. You can see here, when the particle is here, when you will draw the perpendicular, foot will be at this point that we have named as O. When the particle has moved from here to here, you draw the perpendicular. Where is the position of the foot? Foot is this, means the foot has moved from here to here. When the particle has reached from this position to this position, when you will draw the perpendicular, foot will coincide to the same point, means the foot has reached from here to here. Means you have seen that when particle is moving from this point to this point, foot is moving from here to here, O to Y. Then when particle moves from this point to this point, what is the motion of the foot? From Y to O. When the particle moves from X dash to the Y dash, foot is moving from this end to this point to this end. And then when it is moving in this direction, foot is moving in what direction? It is Y dash to O. It is clear. So, here you can see that the foot is executing to and fro motion on a straight line. Now, whether it is SHM or not, how will you verify? So, you have to verify that the force should be directly proportional to negative of displacement. Acceleration should be directly proportional to negative of displacement. In the end of the previous lecture, I have explained this, that I have calculated the magnitude of the acceleration, and we found that the acceleration of the foot will be given by omega minus omega square y. Means when the particle is at the point n, this is y. So, what will be its acceleration? Acceleration will be given by this. You can watch that video. Here, what will be the direction of this? It will be this. Means the foot is executing SHM. It is clear? If a particle is performing UCM, so when we draw the perpendicular from the various positions of the particle on any one diameter, then foot of those perpendiculars is executing SHM. What will be the periodic time? If it complete one rotation in time t, this periodic time of SHM will also be t. It is clear? If the angular, what will be the angular velocity? Angular velocity omega equals to 2 pi upon t. Angular velocity of the particle executing SHM is this. So, what will be the angular velocity of the particle executing UCM is this. Therefore, what will be the angular velocity of SHM? It will remain same. Now, I am going to deduce the displacement equation for SHM. Displacement equation for SHM. And one more thing, since here the displacement is along y axis, that is why I have denoted it by symbol y. It is clear? Instead of x, denoted by y. So, now you can see here. Here, displacement equation of SHM. Equation of simple harmonic motion. It's clear? This is x dash, y dash. It's clear, and here we have taken radius as a. So, see here, let us consider how will you write. You can see here, consider a particle executing UCM on a circle. UCM means it will be on a circle of radius a. Let its periodic time is t. Therefore, angular velocity of UCM, therefore, angular velocity of UCM. In the derivation, if it is asked, then you will write exactly in the same way. That is why I am writing here. Angular velocity of UCM will be equal to omega equals to 2 pi upon t. It is clear? Since when perpendicular is drawn from instantaneous position of particle on the diameter y dash y dash. So see here, when we draw the perpendicular on the diameter y dash, we will find that the foot is executing SHM y dash, then foot of the perpendicular executes SHM, and this we have already proved earlier that it will execute SHM, so that we are not going to explain. It is clear. Now see here, let at time t equals to 0, the particle is at p naught, means what is the angular displacement? It is that you can take alpha or phi. It is clear. This is the angular displacement of the particle at the time t equals to 0, and let at the time t it is at the point P at time t. So see here, what will be the position of the foot? So position of the foot will be this. What will be its displacement from the mean position? That will be equal to y. We have to find this value of y. Now OX is radius, OP is also radius, that you can name as A. So you can see here that the particle has reached from P naught to P in the time t. It's clear. Particle has moved from P naught to P in time t. That we will write here. Let at t equals to 0, particle is at P naught, and at t equals to t, it is at P. Therefore, angular displacement of particle in time t, displacement of particle at time t. See here, what will be the angular displacement of the particle at the time t? In time t, it has reached from P naught to P, that is P naught OP. It will be equal to angle P naught OP. What will be its measure? So see here, you have seen that the angular velocity is omega. Angular velocity means angle moved in unit time. Means in 1 second it has moved by how much angle? Omega. So in the time t, it will move by what angle? Omega into t. Means this angle will be equal to omega into t. This will be equal to omega into t. So what is the angular displacement of particle in time t, not at time t? In time t equals to angle P naught OP equals to omega t. It is clear? So what is the total displacement here at time t? Because the reference line is this. So this is omega t plus phi. This angle is omega t plus phi. Therefore, this angle will also be equal to omega t plus phi. This I am marking here. It will be omega t plus phi. We have to determine the displacement of the foot which is executing SHM, because foot is executing SHM. So what will be the displacement of the foot at the time t? So it will be equal to, if you name this point as M, then it will be equal to OM. It's clear? So displacement of foot at time t, that is equals to OM equals to y. How will you calculate this value of y? So you see in triangle OMP, this is 90 degree. This angle will be equal to what? Omega t plus phi, because this equals to this alternate. Angle OPM equals to, here you can see, it will be angle OPM equals to omega t plus phi. So with respect to this angle, ये क्या है? परपेंडिकुलर है और 90 के सामने हाइपोटेन्यूज. सो हम इसका साइन देखेंगे. साइन कितना हो जाएगा इन ट्रायंगल OPM? OPM sin omega t plus phi. You can see it is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Perpendicular upon hypotenuse means OM upon OP. OP is how much? A. So it will be equal to OM upon OP. But you know that OM is what? Y. It is equal to A. So Y equals to A sin omega t plus phi. This is the displacement equation of the foot which is executing SHM. Displacement time equation of foot executing SHM. Now hereafter, now we will call it as displacement time equation of the particle executing SHM. In place of foot, now we will say particle executing SHM. Now see here displacement equation you have found. If you see here, displacement equation is y equals to A sin omega t plus phi. Now what is omega t plus phi? Because the displacement depends upon this value. A is constant. It is clear. When omega t plus phi is 90, 90 means it is equal to this. Sin 90 equals to 1 means displacement will be A, particle will be here. It is clear. So this we can say that it is the phase of the particle. Omega t plus phi, it is representing the phase of the particle executing SHM. It is clear. So see here you can see phase of the particle executing SHM is given by omega t plus phi. Now what is the meaning of phase? Phase represents the displacement from the mean position and what is the direction of motion. Phase represents displacement from mean position and direction of motion. Now direction of motion can be two. Either it may be from mean position to the extreme position. Either the particle is moving from mean to the extreme or it is moving from extreme to the mean. Means here if you see that it particle is executing SHM on this line. This is extreme positions and this is the mean position. So either the particle will be moving towards this or the particle will be moving towards this. Means either it is moving towards the mean position or it is moving away from the mean position. It is clear. So when the particle is here, in both cases displacement is same, but the direction of motion is not same. Direction of motion is not same. In one case it is moving towards the extreme position, in the other case it is moving towards the mean position. Means phases are not same. We will say that the phases are not same. So here this is the displacement time equation. A y equals to A sin omega t plus phi. Now what will be the maximum displacement? So you can see here, maximum displacement A is a constant quantity, maximum displacement when the sine is having maximum value. And what is the maximum value of sine? It is 1. It is clear. And when you will take with sine, then it is plus minus 1, you can see. It is clear. So see here, what is the displacement, maximum displacement? Displacement, it is given by y equals to plus minus a. Now what is the meaning of plus minus a? Plus a, if you are taking this as a plus a, then this will be the minus a. It is clear. If this direction you are taking positive, then this direction will be negative. So this is the displacement time equation. Now after this we will deduce the formula of velocity of particle executing SHM. Of particle executing SHM. So see here, what is the formula of velocity in terms of the displacement? So it is the rate of change of displacement. In calculus we write it as d by dt of displacement, and here displacement is represented by y. So v equals to d by dt of y, and y we know it is a sin omega t plus phi. So you find out velocity. It is d by dt a sin omega t plus phi. Now you know that here a is constant, therefore it can be taken out. When you will take it out, it will be d by dt sin omega t plus phi. Now how will you evaluate this thing? So this I am explaining here. You can see there is one formula, d by dx of sin x equals to cos x. We will use this formula. And there is one more, d by dx of cos x equals to minus sin x. So here we will use this. Here you have to calculate d by dt sin omega t plus phi. You can see here, this formula can be applied only when these two things are same. These two variables are same. But here there is t and here it is omega t plus phi. Therefore, we cannot apply this. So you take, let omega t equals plus phi equals to p. We have taken omega t plus phi equals to p. So it will become d by dt of sin p. But still it can be not be applied because here it differs. So you can write in this way, rearrange d by dp of sin p into dp upon dt. What will happen? If you check it here, you will find that dp and dp will cancel. It is still d by dt of sin p. Now in d by dp of sin p, exactly in the same way, because now it has become same, therefore you can write it as cos p. It is cos p and it is d by dt, and in place of p what will you write? Omega t plus phi. Now this is cos p. Within bracket you can write d by dt of omega t plus d by dt of phi. What is phi? Phi is the initial phase. It is the angular displacement at time t equals to 0. Therefore, it is constant and constant का differentiation क्या होता है 0. So, that will become 0. Here omega is constant, you will take out. So, cos p, when you will write, it will be omega into d by dt of t. And what is d by dt of t? It will be equal to 1. D by dx of x equals to 1. It is clear. So, it will be equal to what? Omega cos p. Omega cos p means in place of p you write down this. So, omega cos omega t plus phi. So, you directly remember this thing, that d by dt of sin omega t plus phi, because in physics we will not involve the mathematics too much. It is clear. This is the mathematical procedure. No need to do. You directly write omega cos omega t plus phi. It is clear. So, see here, now in place of this it can be written here. So, it will be equal to A into omega cos omega t plus phi. So, what is velocity? Velocity will be equal to A omega cos omega t plus phi. Now, if I ask what will be the maximum velocity? Maximum velocity when its value is 1. Its value will be 1, then what will be maximum velocity? V max equals to A omega. Now, in which case this will be 1? When omega t plus phi equals to 0, cos 0 degree equals to 1. Cos 0 degree equals to 1 means the foot will be where? Where will be the position of foot? Foot will be here only. In that case, omega t plus phi will be 0. Now, this can be written in another form also. We can write V equals to A omega cos square omega t plus phi inside the square root. So, it will be A omega, it will be 1 minus sin square omega t plus phi. By which formula? Sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. So, cos square theta equals to 1 minus sin square theta. Now, what is sin square omega t plus phi? So, from here if you see, what will you get? Sin omega t plus phi. Sin omega t plus phi will be equal to y upon a. So, when you do the its square, it will be y square upon a square. Y square upon a square. So, you write down a omega 1 minus y square upon a square. When it will be further simplified, what will you get? A square minus y square upon a square. So, see here, V equals to A omega, it is A square minus y square, and in the denominator A square is within square root. So, when it will come out, it will become A. It's clear. So, upon A. So, this and this cancel. So, V equals to omega root of A square minus y square. Means you can say that when the displacement of particle from the mean position is y, what will be its velocity? It will be this velocity of particle executing SHM when its displacement from mean position position is y. Now you can see the special cases. When particle is at mean position. When it is at mean position, what will be the value of y? You can see from here. When it is at mean position, y will be 0. When it is at extreme position, here or here, y will be either plus a or it will be minus a. So first you see at mean position y equals to 0. Y equals to 0, that is v equals to omega a square minus 0 square, that is omega into a or a omega. This is the maximum velocity which a particle executing SHM can have, and it will be at mean position. Means particle executing SHM will have maximum velocity at mean position. Particle executing SHM has maximum velocity at mean position. Now if you see at the extreme position, what will you find at the extreme position? At the extreme position, y equals to plus minus a. So what will be y square? चाहे प्लस ए का स्क्वायर करें या माइनस ए का स्क्वायर, इट विल बी ए स्क्वायर. So when you will substitute here, a square minus a square means 0. So v will become 0. Means particle momentarily come at rest at the extreme position. At the extreme position, it come momentarily at rest. Now see here, what will be the acceleration of particle executing SHM. Acceleration of particle executing SHM. So see here, if you see here, then as you know that acceleration, here we will represent acceleration by the symbol alpha. Alpha equals to dv upon dt, rate of change of velocity. So d by dt. What is v here? If you see, v is here, already we have calculated, it is a omega cos omega t plus phi. A omega cos omega t plus phi. So you can see it is a omega cos omega t plus phi. When we differentiate this, first you take out a omega common, it is d by dt of cos omega t plus phi. When you will differentiate it, so it will be a omega into minus omega sin omega t plus phi. That I will not show, you can see here. Now we will rearrange the term, omega into omega, omega square, minus you write in the beginning, minus omega square, and a you write along with this, sin omega t plus phi. Now this we know that it is equal to y. So it will be minus omega square y, which is the condition for the SHM. You already know, since omega square is constant, so it is this. This is the required condition for SHM. Acceleration or force should be directly proportional to negative of displacement. It is clear? So this will be the acceleration. Now what will be at mean position? At mean position, acceleration will be 0. Y equals to 0, therefore alpha will be 0. At extreme position, if you see, you will find that y is what? either plus A or minus A. So what will be alpha? It will be omega square A. It will be omega square A. Now you can see one more formula. Numerically, what is the formula of acceleration? Alpha equals to omega square y. So what will be omega square? It will be alpha upon y. So omega equals to, it will be square root alpha upon y, but omega can be written as 2 pi upon capital T. So what is T? 2 pi within square root y upon alpha. This is what? It is the acceleration when the particle is at a distance y from the mean position. It is clear? So see here, you can see that T equals to 2 pi root of displacement upon acceleration. This. So in this lecture we will do up to here only. In the next video we will do the total energy of a particle executing SHM, kinetic energy and potential energy. Thank you.